From the easiest health protocols that give you massive results, all the way to crazy high-tech health protocols like swapping out your plasma as if you're doing a car's oil change. This is level 1 to level 100 health protocols. Starting with level 1, swap sugary drinks for fruit. According to a large cohort study, cutting out sugary drinks for fruits led to a 14% lower risk of type 2 diabetes. Level 2, go to bed and wake up at the same time. People who stuck to a consistent sleep schedule performed 20% better on cognitive tests, even with similar sleep duration. Level 3, stand up every 30 minutes. Breaking up long sitting sessions by standing up every 30 minutes cut all-cause mortality risk by 33%. Okay, level 4, get 30 minutes of morning sunlight. Early daylight exposure helped reset circadian rhythm and improve sleep quality up to 27%. Level 5, do nasal box breathing. 4 seconds in, 4 seconds hold, 4 seconds out, and 4 seconds hold. Nasal breathing improves oxygen efficiency by up to 20%, which means you'll not only live longer, but you'll actually anti-age your brain by giving it more oxygen. Level 6, chew your food multiple times. Chewing multiple times actually reduces calorie intake by 12%, but it also develops your jaw, which is crucial for nasal breathing. And it was one of the secret habits of John D. Rockefeller, who actually lived till the age of 99 in the 19th century. Level 7, floss, brush, and scrape your tongue. This reduced systematic inflammation and lowered cardiovascular disease risk up to 23%. Just by following this protocol, my dentist told me I did not have any bone loss, which was very surprising for my age. Level 7, take 10-minute walks after a meal. Post-meal walking dropped blood sugar levels up to 20%. You really want to do this after a carb-heavy meal. Level 8, avoid screens 1 hour before bed. Just 1 hour of screen avoidance before sleep increased melatonin and reduced sleep latency up to 23%. Level 9, stretch 5 to 10 minutes every day. So there are 3 types of stretching: dynamic stretching, static stretching, and PNF stretching. Dynamic stretching is active movements that take your muscles through their full range of motion. Leg swings, arm circles would be a great example for it. It's most optimal to do dynamic stretching before a workout to warm up your muscle. A 2010 study found that dynamic stretching before a workout enhanced power and speed compared to those who didn't warm up. It also prevents you from getting injured by creating more of this liquid called lubricin. Lubricin is basically a liquid in your joints that act as a lubricant. But what's going to help your agility over time is static stretching. This is your traditional stretching where you lengthen a muscle and hold. It's most optimal to do static stretching after a workout, and huge warning, it will increase your chance of injuries if you do static stretching prior to your workout, because during static stretching, you're lengthening your muscle. Third, we have PNF stretching, an extreme version of static stretching where you stretch a muscle, contract and flex the muscle as hard as possible, then stretch it further. This increases your mobility and muscular control, overall making you more explosive. Level 10, sleep at least 7 hours per night. In a meta-analysis of over 1 million people, sleeping in between 7 to 8 hours was linked to 24% lower all-cause mortality rate. Level 11, get outside for 20 minutes per day. A short dose of going outside in nature lowered cortisol and boosted mood by 21%. Level 12, eat within a 12-hour window. Time-restricted eating improved insulin sensitivity and lowered blood pressure. Level 13, dim your lights at night. Dimming your lights at night boosted melatonin levels, leading to better sleep quality. Level 14, eat a whole food diet. A whole food diet reduced metabolic syndrome risk by 27% compared to a processed food diet. Level 21, eat your vegetables. Eating a variety of plant foods boosted gut microbiome diversity by 40%, which is tied to your inflammation and better immunity. Level 22, wash your vegetables. So first, put all your fruits inside of a bowl, fill it up with water, put 1/4 spoon of vinegar. What the vinegar will do is disinfect and get rid of bacteria and microbes attached on the fruits and leave it for 5 minutes. After that, dry it out for a couple of minutes and you've basically increased your shelf life for your fruits and vegetables. Now here's the thing. Washing might remove the pesticides from the surface, but it won't eliminate the pesticides absorbed inside of the fruits and vegetables. That's why in level 16, you're going to start buying organic produce. Studies found that organic foods have lower levels of heavy metals and pesticides pesticides. And because organic produce have to work a little harder to survive, it's supposed to have more vitamins and antioxidants. But even organic foods won't get rid of oxalates that comes from vegetables like broccoli, kale, and spinach. Oxalates are harmful because they bind minerals like calcium, magnesium, and iron and causes kidney stones. Now, studies found that boiling vegetables reduce oxalate content up to 87%, while steaming vegetables reduced oxalate up to 53%, and baking vegetables didn't reduce any oxalate. But there's a little more to this protocol. When you're buying blueberries, get the wild blueberries over the organic because they'll have 4 times more antioxidants. Buy wild-caught salmon or shrimp over farm-raised salmon or shrimp because farm-raised salmons are grown in these pens to get bred really fast, and they actually turn out to be gray. And people have to add this chemical called beta-catenin to make them orange, while wild-caught is naturally red. And always buy grass-fed meat and pasture-raised eggs over the normal because they have better omega-3 to 6 ratios. When you consume higher omega-6 ratio foods such as grain-fed meat or seed oils, it thickens your blood, causing heart problems. Level 18, walk 8,000 steps per day. Just 8,000 steps per day was linked to a 51% reduction in all-cause mortality. Level 20, do strength training at least 2 to 3 times per week. Just 2 strength training sessions per week cut injury risk by over 20% in adults over the age of 50. Level 23, train early in the morning. Exercising early in the day improved sleep quality and helped regulate circadian rhythm better. Level 24, start incorporating high-intensity interval training once or twice a week. Just 1 session per week of high-intensity interval training increased your VO2 max in just 1 week. Level 25, incorporate zone 1 to 2 cardio for at least 45 to 60 minutes per week. Long-duration, low-intensity cardio increases mitochondrial density, making your cells more efficient at producing energy. Moving on to level 39, you're going to apply block periodization. This means we're going to focus hard on one goal for 4 to 12 weeks, maintain the others, and rotate that throughout the year. The reason why this is so important is strength training and cardio does not go well together. When we do strength training, we activate a protein called mTOR. mTOR is the central switch that controls muscle growth, but when we do endurance training, we activate AMPK, which is your energy sensor in your cells. When AMPK is activated right before or after lifting, it inhibits mTOR, so that's why you might not feel like doing cardio after doing weights or vice versa. Now, it doesn't mean you're going to stop one completely. It just means the ratio of the workouts are going to shift each season. So for me, during the winter and summer when the weathers are extreme, I do indoor activities like strength training, and for spring and fall when the weather is pretty good, that's when I incorporate more cardio heavy exercises. Level 26, cut the alcohol. Regular drinkers who quit alcohol for 1 month instantly improved liver enzymes and sleep quality. Level 27, eat enough protein. Hitting 1.6 of protein per kilogram in body weight helped people maintain muscle while losing fat. Level 30, cut out industrial seed oils. It's not the seed oils, it's the bleaching process that makes this oil bad. So cold pressed seed oils like grapeseed oil is actually okay. As a matter of fact, cold pressed grapeseed oils retain more proanthocyanidins, which is a powerful antioxidant that can protect skin from UV damage and aging. Level 32, use blackout curtains and cool your room to 65 to 67 degrees at night. Sleeping in a dark, cool environment increases deep sleep up to 20%. Level 33, sleep with earplugs and an eye mask. Blocking light and sound boosts sleep efficiency and melatonin levels. Level 34, track your sleep. Daily sleep tracking naturally improves people's health and sleep habits just by creating awareness. Level 35, switch to glass and stainless steel to avoid BPA. It was shown a surface scratch on a non-stick frying pan releases up to 9,000 PFAS particles, but if that scratch becomes a crack, that number jumped from 9,000 to 2.3 billion particles. So replace Teflon pans to steel pans, Teflon air fryers to electric air fryers, plastic cutting boards to wooden boards, plastic blenders to steel blenders, and plastic containers to glass containers. But kitchenware is not the only thing. The next level is going to cover everything about air quality. There's going to be 3 areas we're going to optimize, which is air quality, humidity, and CO2 levels. In this protocol, you're going to first start by buying an air monitor because what can't be measured can't be improved. So After you buy your air monitor, you're going to maintain an air quality below 10 by using an air purifier. The only way to do this is to open up the windows, so constantly check and constantly open the windows. It's really easy to lower your CO2 during the winters, while during the summer and springtime, I notice it's a lot harder to improve your CO2 levels. And you want to maintain a 30% to 60% humidity. Overall, this part is relatively easy to control. Your natural environment will probably be in between 30 to 60. Okay, so moving up a level, the only products you're going to start using are paraben-free, phthalate-free, fragrance-free products for your toilet paper, laundry detergent, dish detergent, and soap. Now, these chemicals are all endocrine disruptors. Level 36, use a sauna 3 to 5 times per week. Sauna reduced blood pressure and boosted nitric oxide by heat shock protein activation. Level 37, sleep with your mouth taped. Mouth taping during sleep reduced sleep apnea and improved oxygen saturation. It also reduces snoring. Level 42, add plyometrics like box jumps or burpees 1 to 2 times per week. Explosive training increased neuromuscular efficiency, but also improved athletic performance and your fast twitch muscle fibers. Level 43, take creatine monohydrate. Creatine improved both brain function and strength performance. It's backed by over 500 studies, so just go do it. Level 44, use a standing mat or a balance board while working. Anti-fatigue mats improve circulation and posture by 21% in people who work standing up. Level 47, take glycine, magnesium, and theanine. This will improve your deep and REM sleep. Level 48, consume omega-3 rich foods like salmon, walnuts, or chia seeds. Regular omega-3 intakes reduced inflammation and improved your brain health. Level 49, journal nightly. Gratitude journaling actually improved your mood and reduced depressive symptoms. Level 57, elevate your bed 7 to 10 degrees for incline sleeping. Sleeping with a slight incline improved lymphatic drainage, and it actually showed brain detoxification. Level 58, turn off your Wi-Fi and remove device from your bed. Reducing EMF exposure during sleep boosted deep sleep levels and melatonin levels. Level 60, avoid sun during the day. While morning sunlight boosts vitamin D levels, set your circadian rhythm, you also don't want to damage your skin by exposing yourself to high UV levels. Level 62, detox your home. This is a white blood cell, and this is microplastic. When microplastic were among white blood cells, something interesting happened. Initially, the white blood cells were targeting the microplastics. This is great because the microplastic is now getting destroyed. Well, not really. They are not making a single dent in that plastic, and because they have a tough time doing this, the cell triggers an inflammatory response. This increase in inflammatory response is why we have lower testosterone levels, higher obesity rates, and higher cancer rates compared to the 1950s. Level 63, use binaural beats during deep work or nap. Listening to specific audio frequencies boosted focus, memory consolidation, and sleep depth up to 10 to 15%. Level 64, train your posture and be conscious throughout the day. Posture corrective strategies reduced back pain and spinal misalignment. Level 65, cycle off caffeine for 7 days every 1 to 2 months. A short caffeine break restored adenosine sensitivity and improved deep sleep up to 14%. Level 67, use a spirometer or breath training device. A spirometer measures your lung capacity and breathing power. It's basically a handheld device, and it gives you numbers like forced vital capacity and peak expiratory flow. For most people, a solid FVC is anywhere in between 3 and 5.5 liters. Peak flow should be around 400 to 700 liters per minute, depending on age and fitness. Level 73, practice oral posture drills. Proper tongue posture improved airway space and facial structure in early orthodontic research. It actually increased the amount of oxygen you get into your brain. Okay, so starting from level 77, we'll start tracking every food we eat, not just macros where you measure how much protein, carbohydrates, and fat you eat, but also your micronutrients based on your blood markers, which leads us to level 77. We'll start getting health checkups. We'll start with a genetic test since we only need to take it once in our whole entire life. Genetic tests will identify how your body handles food, your risk for things like cardiovascular disease, Alzheimer's, inflammation, and how your body detoxifies, metabolizes nutrients. That's a lot of valuable information, but it's not enough. So in level 78, we'll start doing an annual checkup. Here, we'll do 3 checkups. First, you'll get a full body MRI to screen for tumors or structural issues. Second, we'll get a cancer test. A simple blood test that looks for over 50 types of cancer should be good. And third, we'll do a DEXA scan, which tells you your bone density, body fat percentage, and lean mass in a single scan. Now in level 79, you'll get a calcified plaque scan. This will give you a good image of your plaques inside of your arteries. It's more accurate than a basic calcium score and way better at predicting if you have future heart problems. You'll also get a hormone panel check to check your testosterone levels, estrogen levels, cortisol levels, and get a nutrient panel and a gut biome test to make sure your protocols are actually working. So in level 80, every 3 months, you'll start getting a toxin test to track your exposure to heavy metals, mold, and microplastics. Then you'll start taking comprehensive blood work to check your glucose, inflammation markers, and cholesterol levels. So starting from level 81, we'll start doing high technological health optimizations, only access to the limited population. We'll start with hyperbaric oxygen therapy. 1 hour HBOT session increased stem cell release and enhanced cognitive function. Level 84, red light therapy. While it's not the main thing, red light therapy has actually shown to improve your testosterone levels. In level 87, we'll start doing ozone therapy. Ozone-treated blood reinfusion reduced inflammation and improved oxygen delivery, especially in chronic fatigue patients. In level 92, there's this thing called plasmapheresis. Do you guys remember the joke on Brian Johnson's son Talmadge being Brian's blood boy? Well, this is that protocol. Plasmapheresis is like a blood detox. Your plasma, the liquid part of your blood, is removed and replaced with fresh fluid. Think of it like changing the oil in your car, but for your vascular system. Our plasma holds a lot of old damaged proteins that build up over time. Plasmapheresis reduces that toxin load and lower our biological age marker. It seems like plasmapheresis is highly effective for older adults. Okay, so starting from level 97, you'll do things that is experimental. One good example would be exosome therapy. Exosome injections improve joint healing, skin repair, and hair growth, but it's still largely experimental. In level 98, there's an option for experimental gene therapy. Some experiments in animals reversed age-related damage and increased lifespan, but long-term human safety is yet to be known. Another experimental protocol worth looking into for level 99 is partial cellular reprogramming. This technique actually resets your cells to a younger state without erasing your identity. In mice, it reversed age-related blindness, and it actually extended the lifespan without tumor formation. And finally, in level 100, always reevaluate and check if you're doing the basics, which is cardio, weightlifting, sleep, and eating a whole food diet. This pretty much covers 90% of how your health is going to be.
Okay, so that's pretty much it for the video, guys. I am so sorry if the video is all over the place. I wasn't even sure if I should post this video or not, but I wanted to buy a little more time doing more research on the next supplement video. So that's why I decided to post this. I actually scrapped this video off and I redid it for some reason and I still don't like it, but here we are. Anyways, I'm going to be listing down the supplements I'm researching, and if I am missing anything, please do let me know in the comments. I will make sure to include every single one of them. So yeah, I will see you in the next one. Peace.